have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Arlington, Texas is a community that celebrates the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. in a grand style. The Sharing the Dream celebration started 20 years ago at First United Methodist Church on Center Street. We insisted then that it would be a celebration, not just a day off from work. Out of the winter cold, Arlington residents filed into the sanctuary for the first Sharing the Dream celebration on the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. There was music and art, according to the Reverend Don Pike, then pastor of First United Methodist Church, who chaired the first MLK committee in 1989. A public display of original art was set up at the community center. The artwork was drawn by a U.S. Postal employee to commemorate the first celebration. There was great participation, and under Reverend Pike's leadership, an entire city was inspired to share the dream and celebrate the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. from that day forward. The planning entities for that very first celebration included an impressive list of representatives from the City of Arlington, Arlington Chamber of Commerce, UT Arlington, the Marian Anderson Society, the Black Citizens Advisory Committee, and the U.S. Postal Service. 20 years later, the MLK celebration continues to be a community celebration, rich in heritage, excitement, and culture. With 4 days of events, Arlington's Sharing the Dream celebration is the country's longest, all-inclusive MLK celebration. It draws people of all ages, ethnic, and religious backgrounds from all parts of the Metroplex, including neighboring cities and counties. Today, the celebration includes more than the traditional worship service. The MLK weekend includes an awards banquet, step show competition, multicultural festival, financial planning seminars, and poetry. A youth musical extravaganza under the direction of the Arlington ISD Fine Arts Department is a grand performance on the national holiday and features the voices of hundreds of Arlington school children. Every year, scholarships and U.S. saving bonds are awarded to area youth whose accomplishments in the areas of art and literature embody the spirit of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and a community united in his dream. Over the years, supporters of the celebration have grown to include financial institutions, utility companies, and an ever-increasing list of local businesses, service organizations, and individuals who support the dream with monetary contributions that fund scholarships. Arlington's MLK celebration has been successful in part because of its dynamic leadership that started 20 years ago in a downtown Arlington sanctuary. Today, event planners continue to include an impressive roster of community leaders who lend their talents and share the dream through their volunteer service. Together, the City of Arlington, Arlington Independent School District, Arlington Ministerial Association, U.S. Postal Service, UT Arlington, and Tarrant County College continue to stage one of the country's most successful Martin Luther King Jr. events. Arlington, we thank you for celebrating community and for sharing the dream of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We thank you. And I am Elzie Odom.